Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Superman Fantastic Four. So this is a crossover made in the late 90s, I think 1999. So on the cover, this is done by Alex Ross. There's Fantastic Four. They're in the 90s design, and there's Superman, and there's Galactus with Krypton exploding. And it says Galactus, Devourer of Krypton, Superman, Herald of Galactus, the Fantastic Four, Earth's Only Hope, the Infinite Destruction is Upon Us. So by Dan Jurgens and Art Thibert with Greg Wright, and it's signed Jurgens and Alex Ross. So it's not really, I don't know if it's really a fight story, it's more like a crossover. So story and layout art Dan Jurgens, finished art Thibert, colorist Greg Wright, letterer Bill Oakley, separators Digital Chameleon. That must be like a software back then. Cover pencil art by Dan Jurgens. Cover painting by Alex Ross. Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. And Fantastic Four made by Stanley Jack Kirby. So the past. Across the gulf that is the infinite vastness of space, a smoldering husk of a world, once pulsing with beauty and life, breathes its last, a significant event in the grand scheme of things, as is the presence of the visitor. With superior technology beyond mortal comprehension, the craft is unaffected by the tumultuous blast as the world erupts. In contrast, a planet's death is of little significance to this being. There is only the eternal hunger, the quest for sustenance. But while death means little, a small matrix chamber containing a single life flees Krypton, and there is awareness that the day might come when its occupant is of use to him. Such is the foresight and knowledge of Galactus. So I guess Galactus destroyed Krypton. He was responsible, I guess, in this in these like some of these Marvel crossover or Marvel DC crossover stories, they sort of just make them in the same universe instead of Marvel and DC being separate universes. Now the exception of that's JLA Avengers. In those, it's seen that those are very separate universes in that comic. But in these other Marvel DC crossovers, they're in the same. They're in like some sort of amalgamated universe. For above all else, Galactus does what Galactus must to survive. In this case, the plan to harness the talents and abilities of a singularity unique individual is initiated. A tracking craft is forged, infused with power, and dispatched for the day, years hence when it might be needed. So the present. And there's like a capsule with kryptonite. And I think this is kind of spoilers, but I think this is supposed to be Cyborg Superman. Because he had a different design at the time. He was red. And he had like a kind of like a ponytail in that. So the kryptonite's going to Earth. Yes, so Cyborg Superman's going after it. And I came here all the way from Tulsa to see him. He's got a show now. Same here, only I came from Birmingham. What do you suppose that thing is anyway? Don't want to bore you about it. He always takes care of it, always does. I don't know, looks kind of dangerous. Which is why you people should stay back. It's hot inside, Captain Sawyer. Real hot. Must be a bomb. You figured that all by yourself? Get the shields in place, Collins. Why bother? He's sure to show up any sec to handle this. Look! It's him. I knew he'd come. Wait till the folks back in Bama hear about this. Wait till I tell them I saw Superman. My X-ray vision revealed a digital time mechanism. It's set to detonate in 29 seconds. We're critical. Evacuate the area. Now. Don't bother. It's nuclear. A nuke? I can't disarm that. You won't have to. Tss. Timer slag. We're safe. Click, click, click. Ominous sounds. What does that mean? Someone's trying to detonate it with a backup device. A radio signal. Coming from... there. Death to America and her accursed servant. The bomb. Why didn't it? I melted the bomb's radio receiver too. Lucky you. People like you make... Then it happens. The terrorists and their weapons are forgotten as the searing pain knifes deep into Superman's mind. For a brief moment there is no up or down, no right or left. Just as the pain came out of nowhere, it's replaced by... that crystal! It almost looks Kryptonian in origin. As it should, my son. Jor-El, father? As I create this crystal of essence, Krypton is about to die. It is my desperate hope that this crystal will escape Krypton's death to find you on Earth. There you will grow to become one of the most powerful beings in the universe. Only you might one day be capable of stopping the continuing onslaught of our destroyer. Okay, so Galactus did destroy Krypton. So until now I thought Krypton's death the result of natural occurrences. I have now discovered a being who accelerated that process. Even as Krypton dies, he drains every bit of energy, every matter of life to sustain himself. His hunger is endless. No planet is safe until you stop him. He is our executioner, our devourer, our death. He is Galactus. Avenge us, my son. Galactus. I've heard the whispers of his existence from the here. Oh, no, so they are in a different... Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. So they are in a different universe. There are... In the 70s and 80s, like the Hulk versus Batman, it was seen as like being the same. So that's why I got confused. So I'm sorry about that. So I've heard the whispers of his existence from heroes of the other universe. But I never expected he'd come here to this universe. Someday, perhaps, to this Earth. With the help of experts, I'll find the monster. And to find them, I need access. Pier 4 off New York's West Side Highway. Though it lacks the presence of the Baxter Building and the majesty of Four Freedoms Plaza, its significance is no less important, for this innocuous-looking warehouse is home to the Fantastic Four. So I guess at this, in the comic run at this time, they weren't in the Baxter Building. That's kind of interesting. So you need never worry again. Metropolis is safe. Ta-da! Superman saves the day again. I know he's only a cartoon here. But Mom says there's a whole other universe where he's real. Maybe I could meet with him someday. Oh, I think this is a sequel to JLA Avengers. I think. This must be like a sequel. Or a spin-off. Okay. I bet you he's even bigger than Thor. Hey, Uncle Ben, you missed a great one. Great day in the morning, Franklin. Superman flew into the middle of the sun and... Your pop's running some kind of bland framin examen test. Didn't you see the warning light? But you missed Superman. I did? Superman? Nuts. I should have been out of this 12-ton doohickey an hour ago. Was it good? Susan, it's critical that I discern the possible difference in power levels between Johnny and Benjamin. Considering the potential danger, I think it best you usher Franklin elsewhere until the evaluations are complete. Holy fright. Brainiac, Bizarro? I'm bored out of my skull. Can I get ushered out too? Come on, pal, snack time. Can I have a toaster tart? Sheesh, of all the crummy luck, I want a toaster tart. So I guess that's the Marvel version of Pop-Tarts. Better keep your mind on your task, Blue Eyes. Drop that puppy on your head and it'll ruin your good looks. One of these days, Torchy. Mom, are you sure Superman's real? Yes, Franklin. Can he fly? Yes. And shoot lasers out of his eyes? Something like that. Franklin, the building's defense systems are offline. Did you? Oh no, Dad says never ever touch that. You think we ought to get Dad? Oh, I read that. Okay, I'm a dumbass. Sorry about that. Oh no, Dad says never ever touch that. Stay close, Franklin. Nothing can get through my force field. If something's looking for trouble, they're gonna find plenty with the Fantastic Four, ain't they, Mommy? Uh, don't say ain't, Franklin. An intruder could be inside the perimeter. Listen to your mother, son. She's right. Oh my. Wow. You ought to think you think we ought to get Dad? Reed, I think you better come down here. A minor recalibration of the plasma gauge could help. Dad, you'll never believe who's here. Holy smokes. Dr. Richards, I need to speak to you regarding Galactus. Ah, Superman, you know of him. According to this communications crystal, he's been in my universe. A possibility I hadn't pondered. Is that glow normal? Get back. Curious. Check it out. It's like that energy surge is attacking our equipment. Your powers of deduction are as keen as ever, Torchy. What suppose we ought to do about it? Call for the Avengers? If I were you, I'd get out from under that junk before. Scrumph. Whoa! Impossible. The power dampeners I incorporated into the hydraulic press should prevent such an occurrence. Ha! That voice. Familiar, Superman. Whir, click. Such marvelous toys. Chuck. I can't wait to see what they're capable of. Zim. Behind me. Dad says those beams can cut through adamantium, and you shrugged them off like nothing. Thank you, Superman. My force field will do the honors now. Did you see how he clobbered that shell? I'd assume your defense systems don't normally turn on. Quite, though my primary concern is freeing Ben from the relentless high pressure of the hydraulics. Johnny, fuse the control board and you'll quite likely short out the press. Flame on. Done, but it still won't release. What now? Do whatever is necessary to avoid the neutralizers. And you should be especially wary of the Hydroblaster. Sploosh. Allow me. Scrunch. I don't know who the murdering bum is what did this to me. But when I get my ever-loving mitts on him, it's... Oh shit, sorry. Scowl. That beam came from an exterior source. What's this? Someone dares crash my party? There's your bogey, Reed. It appears to be the extraterrestrial in nature. Had our defense systems not been corrupted, we'd have been warned of its approach. Yeah, I'm sorry I've been reading some of this wrong. I don't really read like newer this is probably one of the newer comics I've read on this channel. I usually read like comics from like Golden Age, Silver Age. So this is one of like the newer ones. I read Batman 2011. That was the newest one I read. Proof. Superman's gone. If the thing killed him, Daddy, why do you look so serious? The design and unique materials of that craft indicate its master is no less than Galactus. But how did he instigate our own defenses turning against us?
Credit me for that action, Dr. Richards. Not that the big, though, during my travels across the cosmos, I've heard rumors of his miraculous powers. Allow me to introduce and assemble myself. I am Dr. Hank Henshaw, known more ominously on my Earth as Cyborg Superman. You deserve high accolades, Richards. Your technological achievements are brilliant, among the most sophisticated I've encountered on any Earth. But with my ability to inhabit and control machinery, it was still child's play to turn your systems against you. I should have assumed Galactus had an ally who infiltrated the building. Though I'm not in league with the Big G, I admit I have every intention of becoming so. Who'd you thunk it? A walking talking erector set that's even uglier than me. Of course, wait till you'll see what the chump looks like when I'm done with him. You're right. My appearance could use an adjustment. Simple when you can melt everything in sight. Roar!
Well, Chapter 2. Yeah, I'll read. Okay. So, Chapter 2, The Power Cosmic. Gotta force whoever's piloting that craft outside for some answers.
Scunch.
That's no pilot inside. It's Superman. But what's happening to him?
Leave. There is work to be done.
Sue. No, Galactus.
No, Galactus, take me instead.
Don't worry, Reed. I don't want that maniac hooking up with Galactus any more than you do.
Kung, an invisible barrier? The subject has been prepared. Let the process begin. Let the transformation occur. No longer must I scour the cosmos alone. Such is the word of Galactus.
Oh.
Let it be known throughout all existence that Galactus is allied with another. Such is the word of Galactus. That word is law.
Master. Even Galactus couldn't take Superman. One who dares devour planets would not shrink from claiming the Man of Steel, Sue. If he does, there isn't a world in all creation that's safe. Mine is the power cosmic. Uh-oh. The needs of Galactus are now mine to serve. His will is my will. Galactus has infused Superman with the ability to soar the cosmos as his herald. That power, combined with his own extraordinary abilities, makes Superman the second most powerful being in existence. For the sake of worlds he would feed his master, we cannot let him leave. Galactus summons me.
They're gone. How could he have claimed that simple-minded do-gooder when he could have had me?
Bring that Goma down here where I can get a poke at him, Susie. I had all of them I could take. Not yet, Ben. We need information from him first. I'm just itching to take someone apart at the seams, and he fixed the pill perfectly. Your comments imply that you have the power to travel through space.
I have been to distant universes you can but imagine, Mrs. Richards.
Sis, if you're thinking of doing a deal with the guy who willingly helped Galactus devour planets...
I destroyed an entire Earth city without regret, boy.
So he's talking about Coast City. That was in the Death of Superman storyline. He and Mongol teamed up and destroyed Green Lantern, the Hal Jordan Green Lantern's home city, Coast City. That's what he's talking about. One day I will read Death of Superman. I'll read all the comics one day. It'll probably take me like 50 years to do it though, but I will legit read a lot of the comics, Marvel and DC comics.
A planet is but a small step from there.
You wiped out a whole blame city? Why, I oughta... Not now, Ben. Reed and Superman are priority one.
Scour the universe for a few 100,000 years, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find them.
You know a better way?
Of course. In addition to my travels, I inhabited, and can therefore track, the crystal Galactus created. I know where they are.
Is that an offer to help?
In exchange for access to Galactus?
There, you're free, so long as you follow my orders.
Yeah, double yeah. A duet of equal intellects, how charming.
Remember that I'm watching you, Machine Man. One step towards that door and you're fired.
Douse the hot rhetoric torch. All I care about is Galactus.
A single glimpse of this advanced technology, combined with the seemingly infinite amount of it, leaves little doubt of where we are, Superman. You know, a voice for Mr. Fantastic... I don't know if I should do a regular... There's this voice actor who did Ratchet in Transformers Prime. I think his voice would probably suit Reed Richards. I think that... So I'll try to do that. I don't know, it will sound weird, but... Yeah, I'll try to do... I'll actually start doing that.
This is Galactus' ship?
You were not summoned. You should not be here. Though you are not of my Earth, I cannot allow you to become the instrument of death for one such as Galactus. Surely there is some spark of humanity within you that will allow you to fight his domination. I am summoned. I must respond. Fight the urge. Find your true self and...
None may fight the will of Galactus. Come to me, Kryptonian. Accept your destiny. From the time your embryo left your dying world, I have known the time would come when you would serve my interests. For my existence to continue, worlds of nourishment must be located. Such is your task, Kryptonian.
Show me the way.
You will be my most powerful herald ever, Kryptonian, an extension of my senses, my eyes, my ears, my entire sphere of perceptive abilities is yours.
Fight him. Think of your Earth, the people who depend on you. There are special to you, the ones you love. Lois, don't succumb. We've defeated Galactus before, and we'll do it so again.
Let the process of change be finalized.
For the good of Galactus, let my mission commence. This Lois you mentioned, she's important to you. Innocents like her and countless more die at the hands of Galactus every day. Don't do this. None may interfere with the agent of Galactus.
Go, my herald, forward the vastness of space. Find me that which I crave.
Immediately. And who am I to question the nature, the will, the demands of Galactus? How dare you take the last son of a dead planet to do your dirty work? With that action, the memory of Krypton will be sullied forever.
Krypton already bears the imprint of my visit. It no longer concerns me.
So, Superman's fear of Galactus devouring Krypton are true. To think of him, perhaps as the most powerful hero on either of our Earths, now serving as Galactus's errand boy, is despicable. Either way, I have to find a way to reverse what's happened. Or the rest of the team will. You're gonna be okay, Superman, I know it. My dad always comes through. Genius, that Reed is. Even this ship he built can't journey fast enough to locate Galactus, Cyborg. Are you sure the changes you've made will be enough?
Insulting questions only delay our departure, Mrs. Richards. The new warp drive capability will get us all there in style.
Hey, one more word like that out to Susie and I'll stick my mitt down your throat. Not now, Ben. Galling as it is, we need him. For now, maybe. But the time's gonna come when he's gonna catch himself a Ben Grimm special. Right in the kisser.
It's ironic. It's rather ironic we teamed up, you know.
While residing in your computers, I learned that we shared much in common. You four were bombarded by unique cosmic rays during a brave mission in space. My wife, I, and two of our friends experienced a similar fate while in the space shuttle Excalibur. The radiation that invaded our craft was both unexpected and unexplained. You four were blessed with tremendous powers and abilities, as were we at first. Ultimately, though, the team lost their lives to the effects of the radiation. I survived as a nomadic intelligence, always forging new bodies of circuits and alloys. You swore to use your new talents for the good of mankind. Me, I resented my fate in the loss of my human body. I didn't fight for humanity. I declared war on it and its greatest champion. Sad to see what happens when a kid is traumatized during potty training there, Tin Man. Take this with you, Mom, for luck. If you insist, pal, Caledonia will be taking care of you until we get back. Nothing to worry about, okay? Kay. I love you, Franklin. Don't get all mushy, Mom. Time to go, Susie. Take care, Squirt. Whack Galactus. Whack Galactus is a good one for me, Uncle Ben. Out of the pilot's seat, Henshaw. Benjamin is the best and only pilot I fly with.
Whatever you say, Mrs. Richards. You are, after all, in command.
Even for one who's moved mountains and circled the sun, the limitless might of the power cosmic proves intoxicating. Suddenly the universe poses no barrier of distance, nor presents an environmental so hostile he cannot overcome it. Unfortunately, there is no joy to be taken in the discovery of a new planet, one untouched by intelligent life. Work must be done. The question of suitability must be answered, and when it is, notice must be delivered.
You have done well, my novice. Watch as the elemental converter assembles to alter this planet ultimately into pure energy. First, a question. Did you select this planet because it is devoid of life?
I based the selection on your own criteria and proximity and potential energy, no more.
So be it. Let the process begin, for the hunger of Galactus must be satiated. Hold. I sense a disturbance. We are not alone.
Got to hand it to you, metalhead. You wrecked this crate for hyperspace jumps and you delivered.
Platitudes from one such as you offer no satisfaction, Grim. Not when, by the stars, that's him, Galactus.
In an altered state of mind, Superman will most surely defend Galactus. Johnny, keep him busy. You got it, sis. Flame on. So as we get the chance to take down the big knocker ourselves. All right. No way did I think I'd ever have to go mano-mano with Superman. Hope that somewhere deep down he remembers we wear the same white hat.
The work of Galactus must not be disrupted. Intolerant interference will not be tolerated.
Understood. Sorry about this, boss. Bud, but your boss has got to be stopped. Scorch. We can't let Galactus ignore us, Ben. Do something. Your wish is my command, Susie. Everybody knows that when the push comes to shove, it's swoosh. In geosynchronous orbit high above. This isn't at all good, Galactus. This isn't at all good. Galactus continues to feed, while I stand trapped inside this impervious, transparent alloy. I cannot allow myself to remain trapped, useless as an old circuit conductor. Begone.
Oh, never have I beheld something of this magnitude. Some way, somehow, I must gain access to Galactus and all his power, while ridding of myself of this infernal foursome at the same time.
Begone. Begone? Jeez, does the whole city of Metropolis actually talk like that? Nothing. Not so much as a crack to slip through. Can it be that Galactus has finally won? Galactus must not be stopped. In light of that, this has to end now. Torchy, we're getting the stuffing kicked out of us. Where the heck's that robot creepo? He's supposed to be helping us.
Over here, Grim. This planet is lost. Time to move on and fight the next battle.
Newsflash, loser. The FF never runs away with its tail between its legs.
It's over, Storm. Die here if you want, but I'm moving on.
But we don't even know where Stretcho is. And there ain't no way Susie's walking out until she does. Ain't that right, Susie? Susie? Henshaw's right, Ben. The issue is not the battle. It's the war. In the ship, now.
Tough as nails, Mrs. Richards. I like that in a woman.
Shut up, Henshaw.
Leave, the end is nigh.
The words condemning a world with 35 million years of history are uttered with appalling ease. Yes, sir. Yet that ease should not dispel their accuracy. Converted energy surges across the eroding world, coursing into a being who seems unwilling to acknowledge the tremendous impact of his actions. Inside a solemn, silent ship, most watch in absolute horror as the world is reduced to a lifeless husk before their eyes, while one watches with fascination and envy. Outside the ship, the herald of Galactus looks upon a world destroyed. Perhaps it's the waste of it all. Perhaps it's the thought of millions of lives who would have populated the planet that will now go unborn. Strangely, something from his past echoes in his mind. something that troubles him. And when it's finally over, the uneasiness persists. Galactus.
Well done, my herald. Though your planet was the planet you was too young to offer me much in the way of sustenance. But away with you, that you may find Galactus a living world with far more energy. Begone.
The will of Galactus is my own. Down here, Superman, you have to. Too late. I have exhausted every means of escape to no avail, and Superman is completely enthralled. Can it be that we finally lost? Can it be as hopeless as it seems? So, actually, I'll read a bit more. I'll continue reading. So, Chapter 3, Scourge. Geez, Torchy, do you mind? Douse the flippin' flames for you melt the gyroscope. Can I help it that I'm hacked off because Superman and Galactus whipped us like flies? Leastways, the planet wasn't inhabited. We crossed them on a populated world, and we better come out swinging. Hopefully we won't have to injure Superman in the process.
Go ahead, I won't complain.
That's enough out of you, you toast-bit crumb. Sus, you better stop me, 'cause I had all I could take. It's...
Benjamin Grin, you put him down this instant.
Didn't figure you for the type to hide behind a skirt, Grim.
Galactus is running rampant. Superman's helping him, and we can only hope that Reed is all right. Make my life any more difficult, and I'll string you both up. Several tense hours later.
You better be right about this, Henshaw.
My sensors are reading tremendous energy surges from this world.
Grim, Galactus must be here.
Again, you have succeeded in finding food for Galactus. Of all my heralds, past and present, it seems you shall serve me the best.
Yes, but this world, it has life. What happens to all those people down there? Even one such as you must have a soul. Do you truly believe yourself above this?
Galactus does what Galactus must. Survival is the only priority.
It's happening again, and there's nothing I can do to stop this.
Sorry to have to do this to you, Soups, but it's...
And suddenly those memories set, and that knowledge turn into resolve. Bram. Scrash.
Not again. Never. Another betrayal. So be it.
Superman's flipped to our side. Yes, but he's down for the count. We have to use this opening to hit Galactus.
Of course.
Cram. Ben? Finally, a crack in the wall. Were I a betting man, I might wager they intended this when he knocked you here. Sheesh, you're finally free and you're taking the time to put together an electric toothbrush? Bear with me, Ben. I need only a few seconds to assemble what's necessary. Keep it up, sis. He can't keep it up if he can't use his equipment. We can only delay him, Johnny. To beat Galactus, we need a miracle. If so, I'll give it everything I've got till there's nothing left. Only question is, where's our flank attacker? Where's the Cyborg Superman?
This technology is magnificent. If I can tap into its secrets and master them, I'll be equal to Galactus himself. An access port. Perfect.
Perfection comes in many forms, Henshaw, such as perfect timing.
You never should have done this, Richards. I'll snap you in two faster than...
Not this time. Not with a hastily assembled pulse disruptor.
Zzz. When you attack me, you better make sure to kill me, Richards. Because if you don't... Chow. Pathetic loser.
Sorry, Pally, but I've been itching to say this all day, and keep getting stopped.
It's clobbering time. Ba-doom.
Well, what do you know? For once, nothing stopped me from uttering them wonderful words. Not far away, the cosmic energies of Galactus swirl and dance around their intended victim. Once the process is over, the powers cosmic will be gone, rendering him helpless and unable to move. An unlikely event given the heroic courage of the man in question, and a child's reminder who he is, what he stands for, and where he came from. We haven't got much time. Let's get to work. Reed, you're all right. Like I'd let anything happen to the love of your life. Is this group exclusive? Or do you have room for one more? Astounding. I wouldn't have hypothesized one could withstand a direct blast from Galactus. Quit blabbing and just be glad we got some more muscle, Stretcho. Want to sign up full-time, Superman? Not hard to replace that S-shield with a 5. What brought you back, Superman? Even before Galactus blasted you, it seemed you were turning on him. Krypton died under his onslaught, as have countless other planets, Mr. Richards, or Mrs. Richards. It won't happen today, or ever again.
An errant deception, Kryptonian. Zack. Oh, I need only to unite the ignition devices, and all the seas and life on this planet shall be converted to the purest energy. Impossible! An invisible barrier still prevents them from joining.
Ain't that enough to curl your wings? Susan can't do it alone, Ben.
Say no more, Stretcho.
I may not be able to take out the main man up there, but I can sure as shooting upset his apple cart. Rush. The key to defeating Galactus lies inside Superman. As a herald, I learned which of his machinery is most crucial to the absorption process. If we can destroy it. Not destroy, manipulate. Complex as all this is, we should be able to recalibrate critical portions of his machinery. Access that housing, please. You can make sense of this alien technology? I'm impressed. The one we don't want to impress is Galactus.
The humans deign to disrupt the mission of Galactus by infiltrating the instruments of power. Shall they never learn?
Is this cable you want spliced? As soon as possible. I'll play along, but I still have a strong feeling we should trash all this and stop him for good. Galactus is a force unto himself, Superman, barely recognizing our own existence. He's only doing that with which any living organism does, whatever he must to survive. You almost sound like you admire him. Respect is more appropriate. Nevertheless, I will work ceaselessly to stop him. Yes, Superman has super intelligence too, so he can help Reed Richards. That's the thing a lot of people forget. Superman is very smart. He's probably even smarter than Batman is, honestly. Probably, but, well, it's debatable, but anyway. He's at least as smart as Batman. Can't keep it up. I'm exhausted. You can't quit now, Susie.
The barrier weakens. The time has come.
Good work, Susan. Drop the force field now. Gladly. The barrier is gone. Once the conductors unite, the process will be unstoppable and irreversible. Galactus will feed and feed well upon this planet of...
Wait. Something is wrong.
Scato. The humans. Only they could have done this.
I reversed your mechanics, Galactus. Your own equipment is now drawing energy from you and channeling it into this planet.
How? None have the strength to access those cables. Fortunately, your actions are easily bypassed if I trigger the new circuitry.
Not if that trigger's melted.
The Kryptonian! Your decision.
Your decision, Galactus. Leave this world and this entire sector, or you'll keep losing energy until...
Galactus bargains with no one.
You have no choice, Galactus. Swear you'll feed only on deserted planets as you did earlier today, and you'll survive this. It's your only choice.
The word of Galactus is bond. Know that I shall agree to your stipulation. In the energy transference.
Done. Not yet. You should pay for destroying Krypton.
Untrue. Krypton, which I did crave, was gone by the time I arrived.
Liar! The techno-crystal that you yourself sent to Earth said otherwise.
The crystal was dispatched long ago to one day secure your services. It contained no such information.
I may not be a genius. I may not be a genius to caliber Stretcho's letter, but might want to ask this tin about that crystal. My device is still limiting your powers, Henshaw. You might as well confess.
Confess? That would imply I had something to hide.
I chanced to encounter the crystal on its journey to Earth. It was relatively simple to alter its message make you think Galactus ate Krypton. I knew a Boy Scout like you would be incensed enough to go after him.
So you piggybacked a ride to this universe to get to him. To tap his power into his power, no doubt.
Hey, they said conquest is good for the soul.
You sicken me.
Galactus, hear me.
They aren't deserving of your powers and favors. But I'm like you, above concept of good and evil like you are.
I beg you.
To bless me with your power, Cosmic. Let me be your faithful servant. Give me what I deserve. Give me perfection. Very well.
No!
Amazing. A flawless alloy, condensed into a form of simple perfection, probably without thought or consciousness. My heart's a breaking. So, all that's left to do now is to go home. Oh boy, sounds like someone's in the hangar. I wonder if that means, yes, you're back. Come on, champ, give me a big hug. And you even fixed Superman. What about Galactus? Did you bonk him too? Mission accomplished, son. Thanks to you, and this, without it is as a reminder, I might not have made it back. Wow, you mean something I did? Your help was invaluable, Franklin. Now, if your mother will permit me to give you a gift. And there's like a page with I guess they're looking on to see Superman. So I guess Superman gave Franklin his cape too, but yeah, so that's the end of the story. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Yeah, this was a really good comic. I really liked this comic. It was really exciting in that I love the Cyborg Superman and Galactus together in that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.